Hi there viewers, this is Glebe Rd Junction and this is the April 2014 update, and this is not going to be a large update as I've not really done much work on the layout, well certainly not since the last update anyway. I have been busy doing other things to do with the layout, but no construction work has been done, really not as such. So the layout itself is pretty much the same as it was the last time I posted an update. Like I said, I've been doing other things. The other things I've been doing is just catching up on all the little jobs that I've been wanting to do for a while, such as weathering some of my stock, building up some other kits that I've had for some time, and a few other things. I have got lots and lots of work to do to the layout because there's something happening with the layout come July this year. So there's lots and lots of things that I need to get sorted, and little time to do it all in. So I think from this point on I will start working quite hard on the building process, because I think the next job I want to start to undertake is the town scene at the back of the layout. So that's my next job now. I've got rid of some of the other remedial jobs out of the way. So like I said, I've started to weather up some of the stock that I've had for a while and just not got around to doing it. And this class 33 here is one of them that visited the weathering bench, and I've given this quite a heavy coat of grime, and all bits have been added. It's all completed now, and I think I'm a massive fan of 33s anyway, and the BR Blue 33 is one of my favourites. And I say I bought this one some months ago now, but just never got around to doing anything with it. But now it looks now it's all weathered, it really looks the part, and I really like it. As you can see, it's all been weathered up quite nicely. So I mean, this is the first loco that I weathered. Next up is my Helgen Class 128 in Royal Mail livery, and again this is one I've had for probably over a year now, and I've literally just got around to weathering this up as well. Although there's not a lot of pictures on the internet on the 128s, the ones that I could find, I found that most of the 128s, no matter what livery they were mostly quite dirty and never really cleaned, never well looked after at all. I know they were in service for a short period of time, hence why there's not much information on the internet on these. But what I did see of them, I found them to be quite grubby and never looked after that well, and just left in sidings. And I know they were workhorses when they were in use, but this particular livery, I found that the around the exhaust pipes, like on the front, was really grimy. All the underframe and buffer beams were just horrendously dirty. But I also found that the bottom of the doors, I'm not sure why the doors were very dirty as well. So I tried to represent the photos that I could find on this model, and again I feel that it's come out very well. You have to excuse the camera shaking and my finger over the lens, because I'm doing it from my phone, which just seems to be a lot easier for me than getting my camera out. But as you can see, it's all done, even the roof and everything. I wanted to try and represent the roof to be like when you get the paint flaking away and discoloured. I wanted to try that, but my weathering skills ain't as good as some, so I haven't attempted to do that in case I ruin the model. So I'm having to look through videos on YouTube to figure out how people do that, because I'm sure there's a way of doing it. And I'll probably try it on some old coaches or some old stock to try and represent that. But I would like to do that on top of this loco, because this was something I found these 128s to have in the photos. But I mean, that's something I'll probably do at a later date now, if I ever get around to it, that is. But yeah, this one is now the finished item, and I'm really pleased with how this one came out. And next up was my my Class 31 in a rail fret red stripe, and This one I haven't had that long, and as I was doing some of the other stock, I thought I'd have a go at this one as well. This one's all completely finished. It's not majorly heavy. You don't really notice it too much because the bodywork's quite dark anyway with the grey. The roof seems to be, in the photos I found, the roofs were quite dirty, and the vents, as well as all the buffer beam and the bogies were always quite dirty, but the body themselves weren't too bad. As you all know, I like my locos to look really really dirty, really weathered, well used. But on this one, in this occasion, I really like the livery on this loco, and I didn't really want to ruin it. I didn't want to take away the colour scheme on this, so I went a bit lighter on the actual airbrush, and again, I think this has come out really well. As you can see, I'm really pleased with this. To get around to doing them all and finishing them all, it's taken me a fair few months. The buffer beam detail, I actually forgot to put on, and I added it after I weathered it, so I'm going to have to get the airbrush out and just give them a little bit of a spray over as well, just so they don't look out of place. So yeah, that was the 31 now done as well. I had actually got around to weathering some of my rolling stock as well, which I'm not gonna feature in the on this video. A couple of other locos received some weathering as well, like my class 37 Intercity, but that's packed away at the moment, so that's for another time. The other job that has probably taken a big chunk of my time, of my spare time, is this Tamper unit. As most of you know, I got this probably around about 7 months ago. Made a start on it 7 months ago, and just doing bits and pieces to it over the months. But certainly over the last month, I really got pulled my finger out and cracked on with it. And now, as you can see, it's now completed after 7 months of hard work. Now this it is a kit, but a lot of it is and has to be scratch built as well, cutting up very bits of plastic. So it's a very, very difficult kit. I mean, this is definitely not for a beginner. I would say this is for, I'm not saying I'm an expert, because I'm not, but you have to be really focused and really know what you're doing when it comes to scratch building and building kits. This is, I say, not for a beginner. This is definitely for an expert, and I really struggled with this kit, and I nearly gave up on more than one occasion, but I stuck at it, and I finally got around to completing it. There's a million tiny little pieces you have to add and build onto this, and it's not completely finished. There's a couple of other minor details like handrails I still need to add, that kind of thing that I just haven't got around to doing yet. But the majority of the work, 95% of it's done. It's now been sprayed up as well, and weathered as well. And again, as you can guess, it's taken a heavy weathering. Now, if I move it over, it's at the moment. Have a better look over here. And as you can see, I sprayed it into the yellow, which most of them were in. Like the yellow and black lines around the buffer beam were hand painted, but the rest of it was airbrushed. And as you can see, the tiny little detail. I mean, this isn't like one piece of kit from the sprues, from the plastic sprues. These are tiny pieces that you have to cut up, like bits of tubing, other bits of plastic, and you have to then glue it all together, and it goes all the way throughout the whole model. This tamping kit underneath, I'll give you an example. This probably took me about 3 months to build, just this bit underneath alone. It's so finely detailed, and it's very, very difficult. You do one bit wrong, you have to go back and redo it, otherwise it just makes a mess of the whole kit from that point on. You know, nothing ever fits or matches. I mean, if I was to turn the kit upside down, you'll be able to see a whole wealth of detail like this underneath. And I'd say it's an amazing kit, absolutely amazing kit, and I absolutely love it. Now it's built, I'm really, really pleased with it. So it's all been sprayed, all the decals been added, and also weathered as well. It's even got all the motor units and everything inside, but you can't really see it from here. And I'm really, really pleased with it. Like I say, it's not motorised as of yet. I'm still debating whether it's worth doing that or not. What I have done for the meantime is just nick some bogies from a wagon, chopped them up and just fixed them to the unit itself. It took me a while as well because they didn't fit at first, so I've had to compensate with a bit, other bits and pieces and try and attach them, and it runs around smoothly. But I can get some black beetles motors and add that on at a later date if I wish, which I probably will, and lighting as well. But as for now, this would have to do until I decide what I want to do. But I wanted to get this done, ready for what's going to happen with the layout in July. So yeah, this is my Tamper unit. This is from Clockwork Ideas, a guy called Anthony that designed them and then put these kits into production. Now I know they're not that easy to get hold of. If anyone wants one, I think it's DC Kits that supplied them, but I tried to get hold of one for a good year or so and had trouble getting them, but I managed to get hold of one at an exhibition, and then I spoke to Anthony, the guy that designed them, on what to do with it. And I'm not sure if he's making any more, but I know he's designing some other ones, so it's something to keep an eye out for. Okay, so moving on, the turner's yard is now put in place. I'm not sure if I put this in the last update or not, but it's now in place. I think it fits better in this corner than what it did the other ends. It's on show a lot more. That's now done. I think I've got a few more finer details to add to it again. Lighting is something I've been thinking about, but I'm not sure whether it's really going to show up that well. The end panel down here on the building, this was just white plastic card, so I've now added the brick sheets and stuff like that, so that finishes it off nicely. And then obviously this corner here is just I've just represented it to be like a field of some kind. I think I may put a fence in between the field area and the loading yard. I think that's pretty much everything. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with this ready-mix concrete site, whether that's staying there or not. That's something I'm just thinking about at the moment, so I think there's something I'm going to have to crack on with in the future. I mean, other than that, everything else is the same. TMD hasn't been touched, but we are getting there slowly with it. My next job is the signal heads in this gantry down here, and then I'm going to start making my way around here. It's going to be some tunnel mouths at the back here with the town scene, which is going to be my next job as well. So I'm going to get some MDF wood and cut that up ready for the town scene. I want to try and get that mostly completed by July, apart from all the fine details, things like lighting and electrical stuff. But I just want to get houses and everything down ready. I'm probably going to buy the ready to plant houses. To scratch build is going to take me forever, but yeah, I think ready to plant stuff is going to have to do for now until a later date. But yeah, that's it from me. Nothing else new really, to be honest. Oh, the other thing I have been doing is Richard from Everard Junction has been doing these Hornby HAA car wagons, and I thought I'd have a go at it myself. And as you can see, I've taken them all apart. I'm going to do them in the Ralph Rate red stripe, the same as what he's done. So these base bits here need to be sprayed red. I've removed all the wheels from the bases, and I've cut off the buffers and then added some new ones on. So they obviously need to be painted up. The hoppers themselves, I've not done exactly what Richard has done and bought the plastic moulds to put in there. What I've done is just put some plastic card across about 3mm from the top, so it's just acts as a plate. And then I've just added where is it, some of this Cars fine scale coal, or fine coal, sprinkle that on top. And I've just glued it down actually today, so I'm just going to leave it overnight to dry and then tidy it all up, and then put them back together and then wither them all up. At the moment I've only got 9. I have ordered another 9 more, which I was hoping would be delivered today, but I think it's going to be next week now. So that will give me a chance to get these ones finished and then get the other ones back onto the bench, and then hopefully I'll have a rake of merry-go-rounds going around the layout, which is something I've always wanted. and I think we should come up with a good idea on how to save money. So so I copied him. So that's the other job that's going on the workbench at the moment. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. I'm still deciding what to do around this back end. I'm debating whether to turn it into a fiddle yard and then just have this middle section and obviously this side section as a scenic side. I think that probably makes more sense. At least I've got somewhere to store the locos rather than having to keep taking them off and putting them back on and damaging stuff. So that's something I may well do. I may split that section in half and have something like 4 lines of the fiddle yard as a scenic fiddle yard, as a scenic siding, and then just have a wooden wall, I would say halfway up, and that would act as a wall, and then I would have the rest of the lines behind it so you can't see them. I think it's just to give it a bit more of a dimension, and just so it doesn't look so barren over the back. But that's something that's probably not going to get done this year. It's probably going to be next year, because I've got a lot of work to do over this side of the layout and everywhere else. I'm not sure if I put this in the last update, but I blew all the platform lights, so I'm looking at buying some LED ones now and putting them ones on instead. I only had one side working anyway, but for some reason I blew them, so I'm gonna rip them out and get some different ones. I think that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed it, and fingers crossed at the end of next month I will have some more work done and I will post another update. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon.